Now walk me through, man. When you with your business. Oh yeah. As an entrepreneur, man, folks want to make that leap now. What advice would you give somebody that's not built for a 9 to 5? What advice would you give them to prepare to make that leap?
So my first piece of advice would always be discipline. Okay. If you don't have enough discipline to even have a schedule or structure in your life, then why be an entrepreneur? Because you need that to really be self-sufficient in this industry or in this field of entrepreneurship. You have to be able to be self-sufficient. Because sometimes you're not gonna have people, but the whole point of being an entrepreneur is to build people around you to where you have this network and you grow and you can expand from there. Right. But if you don't have the discipline or structure to even make a decision, you know what I'm saying? How are you gonna be able to run a business? So that's always my first piece of advice for anybody who's trying to jump into it. Yeah. But even as myself, you know what I'm saying? It's a learning thing. So you have to be able to learn on the fly.
Dude, you're a young boy, man. Nobody talks like that at your age, man. So how did you? I mean, is this? You had a mentor, or you had somebody that gave you the game?
Yeah, mentors are huge, man. Okay. If you don't have a mentor in your circle, or someone anybody, even like you know what I'm saying? If you can't go on your Instagram page and get some game, now how can you grow? It's impossible. Yeah. Most knowledge is from without. Right. And it's also in the book as well, but.
Yeah. Now, I think a lot of people don't ask for help. And if you can't afford to pay somebody to mentor you, I would think if somebody wants to be a barber, for example, they would come clean up, do whatever you need them to do that you don't want to do.
But I think where my generation kind of lost that is understanding that you have to pay your dues. Anything you do. I was having a conversation last night with this person who finished school with a interior design degree, and they don't want to do it because they want to be a scared. They want to be without doing the quote unquote work. Okay. So
pay off with none of the work.
Yeah. So when I heard that, I'm like, yo, like it's impossible to get there without, you know what I'm saying, doing the dirty work, without doing all the math that comes with interior design and all the structure and integrity you need to figure out. So seeing that, man, understanding that, hearing that, it changed my outlook on my generation, man. What we need to do, what we need to understand. Like, it's gonna take time. It ain't gonna happen overnight. We see it so much on social media, but that's not reality.
So if you could talk to you 5 years ago, what would you tell yourself?
Woo, that's a solid question right there. If I could talk to myself 5 years ago, what would I tell myself?
Key from 5 years ago. That's what, 2017?
2017.
Yeah, 2017 Key. Before the pandemic, before it got cool to be an entrepreneur.
I would say I would tell myself 5 years ago to develop a deeper sense of discipline and understanding for yourself. Okay. Because it all comes from within, man. It always does.
Did you find that family was a help or a hindrance to your journey? Because obviously, depending on your family situation, folks want you to go the safe route, to get a job with good benefits and retire with a pension.
Right. So my parents went to college. Okay. Both of them, and that was like what they kind of wanted for me, but it didn't make any sense for me because I didn't want to put myself in that financial bind to where I have hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And I was right on that line to where I couldn't get enough financial aid. And my parents didn't make too much money to where they couldn't pay for my school. Yeah. So I was just like stuck in this scenario where I got to get in debt. Right. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and figure something out. I've been cutting hair in high school. I got pretty good. People always ask me for a haircut. And I grew up going to no grease. So, but luckily my dad, he was working in the pharmacy in his Rite Aid at the time. And there was a barber shop not too far away called the Lucky Spot. Okay. And he knew him real well, and he was offering a scholarship. I ended up taking the scholarship, going to barber school for free.
Wow. Oh, you can get a scholarship for barber school.
Yeah, so he was doing a program called Cops and Barbers, real dope program, but it also opened my eyes to a lot. So a barber school and police training takes the same amount of time. Full-time barber 9 months, full-time barber school 9 months, police training about 9 months. So seeing that time frame, man, like I can't learn everything they learn about cutting hair in 9 months. It takes me 10,000 hours.
10,000 Malcolm Gladwell.
Hey,
sir.
So understanding that, and then being able to be in a close relationship with a cop or a cop in training, it showed me how important those relationships really are, you know what I'm saying? Because if we don't develop those relationships outside of just our professions, then how can we really grow as a community? And for me personally, community is everything, man. Like making sure everybody's on the same accord or had the same sense of understanding. I mean, the saying, it takes a village to reach a child, used to be something that everybody lived by. Now it's like, don't touch my child. Don't look at my child. So just stuff like that, man. We gotta get back to our morals and values.
Yeah,
I think those lead to everything else, entrepreneurship, everything.
Yeah, I think the pandemic did that. It did a number on our society.
Yes.
And we still, it encouraged entrepreneurship. There's a lot of people that'll never go back to work in a cubicle job ever. But it also, we're not as together as we used to be, as far as like, I mean, we look out for more people on social media than we look out for our next door neighbor.
Right. So my whole, I hate saying New Year's resolution because I don't believe in those. I believe in setting goals for the beginning of the quarter.
So one of your objectives.
One of my objectives for the year is to bridge that gap in the community a whole lot more. So it's gonna be a sneaker ball, but I wanted the whole community to be involved. You know what I'm saying? When everybody come out, network. I mean, just really introduce each other, have fun, have a great night of games, fun, partying, a bit of everything, man. Be some grown folk type thing, but we would love for the kids to come out and enjoy it too.
How can people find out that information they want to tap in? So
the next couple months, you're gonna see a whole lot on my page in sclt.kee. I'm gonna market that thing like crazy, man, because I want everybody in the community to come out. I'm all about bridging gaps, man.
Yeah, I wanna tap in. Yeah, keep me posted.
How you feel about your following base? You know what I'm saying? I feel like in today's era of social media, you have to be very conscious of who you're following, because that also leads to different mindsets, mentalities, ideologies.
Yeah, well, that's a great question, and I think that the algorithm's job on all of these social platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, their job is to keep you on the platform as long as possible. So if you're into, makeup, for example, you might be inundated with makeup videos. If you're into fitness, you might be inundated with, workout videos. So for me, if I'm finding that the people that I'm following are either one, making me insecure about where I am, because I don't hate. Like, if you're doing better than I am in life, I salute that, because it gives me something to strive for. But if I do feel myself bordering on envy versus motivation, then I don't follow. So if I'm following a person's page now, it's because I really either am motivated or what you say resonates with me. But I think you got to be very, very careful. And obviously, if certain things don't align with your personal values, you got to hit that unfollow button if it's causing you to stumble, in other areas. And I think for my single folks out there, that's really something you got to be cognizant of, because even if you don't follow certain things will pop up on your explore feed, and it'll be things that will get you could get you off your square. But it's just the algorithm doing the algorithm's job to keep you on there by any means necessary. So I'm taking more of an approach with social media, especially because Instagram now, allows you to schedule things.
Right.
I'm taking more of an approach where I'm just gonna schedule content and just get off of there, man. That way, you know, if I'm, you know, helping my daughter with her homework, I'm not helping her with her homework while I got one eye on the screen. Because your kids will call you out.
Oh yeah.
Your kids will call you out.
Or the kids will pick it up.
Or the kids will pick it up.
Worse.
Hello.
So I had I ain't gonna call it awakening, but I had a moment where I'm on my Instagram and I'm scrolling. Scrolling, I'm seeing nothing but women, you know what I'm saying? Half naked women. I'm like, yo, like, why am I looking at this? Why is this on my feed all day long?
Because the algorithm knows you're a man.
And they know this is what I'm following.
And they, or you're between a certain age. So it makes certain assumptions. It's not even necessarily trying to get you to stumble. It's just trying to keep you on the app so you can be served ads.
But you have to be conscious enough to be like, okay, I don't need this in my life. I don't need to be following this.
Yeah.
I need to remove all this and focus on structures of business, entrepreneurship, and things of that nature. Once I started doing that, once I unfollowed all them women, started following more of these business pages and motivation type pages.
Bro, you turn the algorithm to your benefit because now you're probably getting served business.
That's what people gotta understand. You can control the algorithm. Don't let the algorithm control you.
Exactly.
So now you'll be a slave to social media.
Cause I'm good on being. If I see something crazy, bro, I'm like not interested. Like I tell the algorithm, like not interested. And like I said, you know, obviously as a married man, I don't follow none of that anyway. But on the explore page, you just see it because maybe somebody I follow is following that. So the algorithm is going to make certain assumptions about me based on who I follow. So again, it's about your circle. So you are the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself around. Oh snap!
See that curl, man?
Oh snap! We in the game, coach. We in the game, coach.
I appreciate you, man.
As always, a blessing.